Hello everyone, myself Mural Siddesh TM. Welcome to session 3, Flynn's classification of computers. Let's see the course objectives. The course objectives are introduction, classification of computer system. Let's see one by one. So in the introduction part, in this session we are going to discuss about the computer architecture. So especially computer architecture in the sense the processors, how the functionality or what the functionality of the processors are going to do. So on this concept, the scientist that is called Michael J. Flynn, MJ Flynn we call it as, this scientist proposed a system that is acts as a tool. From that tool, the modern processors and their functionalities are currently working. So according to his proposal or according to his taxonomy, we call it as a Flynn's taxonomy ಅಂತೇಳಿನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So according to this classification, so the organization of the computer system by the number of instructions and data items that are manipulated simultaneously. In the sense, if you choose a processor in the computer, that processor has to do the instruction execution and data items. So how much instructions or how much or number of instructions or data items it will execute, that is depends. So that dependency is discussed by a or a proposed by a MJ Flynn. So the sequence of instructions read from memory constitute, we call it as an instruction stream. So similarly, the operations performed on data in the processor constitute a data stream. So in the previous session, we have discussed on the concepts of basic operational concept or stored program concept. In that concept, our instructions and data is stored in the memory. That is, each instruction is to be taken by the processor and executes and see the results to output. So in the same way, how much instruction a processor has to execute at a single time. Similarly, how much data it has to be performed. So those classification will be given by a MJ Flynn. So he constitute a concept of serial processing. Along with serial processing, he has explained the concept of parallel processing, and also he has explained the concept of synchronization in the processing, how we need to do a synchronization. So in that major, we have to see the parallel processing. So parallel in the sense, on the same time more than one. ಸೊ ಅಂಥದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಂಥ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಕಿಟೆಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಮೇ ಅಕ್ಕರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್, ಇನ್ ದ ಡೇಟಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಆರ್ ಬೋತ್. ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಡೇಟಾದಲ್ಲೂ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡೂ ಕಡೆನೂ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬ್ರೋಕನ್ ಇಂಟು discrete parts that can be executed concurrently. See, that is important, concurrently. So each part is further broken down into series of instructions. Means at the same time a job is divided into different parts. In that job again that is divided into sub parts. So that concept we call it as a parallel processing. So instructions from each part execute simultaneously on the different CPUs. So in the modern CPUs, you can see there are more number of cores present in a processor. Even though if you see a single processor, but it is able to do multiple operations at a time. So that multiple operation is possible because of this parallel processing. You can see, or you can open a system, you can work with the typing, you can at the same time you can play the video, or you can play the music, or you can give a print to a printer, or you can do a charting at a time. So many operations can be done at a single time in a single processor. That is because of different course we have used in the system. That course gives you a concept of parallel processing, where this parallel processing comes because a system has to do a multitasking or a multi operations at a single time. So parallel system deals with the simultaneous use of multiple computer resources. See, multiple computer resources that can include a single computer with multiple processors, a number of computers connected by a network to form a parallel processing cluster, or a combination of both. So parallel processing gives you within a single computer how to do a multiple operations, or if you connect a multiple computers and how to do a parallel processing operations from those multiple computers at the same time. So both the concepts it will execute. So parallel systems are more difficult to program because a system has to do more than one work at a time. If it has to do more than one work at a time, means definitely that will be a difficult or a challenging task. So parallel systems are more difficult to program than computers with a single processor. Single processor are always easy because it to do only a single operation at a time. After completion one, then we have to give the another operation like that. But in the parallel processing at the same time, multiple operations we have to achieve. So that will be a difficult task because the architecture of parallel computers varies accordingly, and the processes of multiple CPUs must be coordinated and synchronized. So based on the number of instructions and data stream, based upon the number of instructions and data, so ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ instructions ಮತ್ತೆ data ಎಷ್ಟು numbers ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ this computing system is classified into four major categories. So upon the data stream, upon the instruction stream, he has classified single instruction, single data, single instruction, multiple data, multiple instruction, single data, then multiple instruction, multiple data. So you can see this in the diagrammatical way. So this will gives in the data stream, this will be the instruction stream. So single instruction, single data, single instruction, multiple data, multiple instruction, single data, multiple instruction, multiple data. Let's see one by one. So first one here is a single instruction stream, single data stream, that is SISD, single instruction, single data. Here it is a uniprocessor machine. It contains only a single processor. So in that single processor it will execute a single instruction on a single data. So it is a uniprocessor machine which is capable of executing a single instruction operating on a single data stream. At a time it will operate a single instruction on a single data. So here machine instructions are processed in a sequential manner. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು sequential computer ಅಂತನೂ ಕೂಡ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. So instructions are processed in a sequential manner, and computers adopting this model are popularly known as a sequential computers. So most our conventional computers have SISD architecture. So that means all the instructions and data to be processed have to be stored in the main memory. So all our systems will be working in the similar manner. This conventional computer, it contains only a single processor. At the same time it will execute a single instruction on a single data. So it is called as a serial computer. So these instructions may be overlapped during their execution. That is the main drawback of this type of system. So at the single time, if you want to execute a more number of instructions, that will be overlapped. So what we need to do, we have to do a pipelined operation to reduce that overlapping. We have to do pipelined operations. So most SISD computers are pipelined. So you can see this diagram. See here, input output unit is there. Then this is the CPU. Processor contains a control unit and the processing element, and there is a memory. So all our instructions and data is stored in the memory. It is to be fetched by this CPU at a time. So ಒಂದು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಡೇಟಾನ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇದು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ಇದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈಲಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಸೀರಿಯಲ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಕರಿತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. ಇಟ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. So the example for this such type of computers are IBM 370 computers, old generation computers, mini computers, and workstations. These are some of the examples of single instruction, single data operations. So here the instructions are decoded by the control unit. So the control unit ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು instruction ಅನ್ನು decode ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Then it will sends the instruction to the processing element. So ಈ processing unit ಗೆ decode ಮಾಡಿ instruction ಅನ್ನು send ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So data stream flows between the processor and the memory bidirectionally. So data ಎರಡು ಕಡೆಯಿಂದನೂ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ನ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯಿಂದ ಫೆಚ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಡಿಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಿಂಗ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಗೆ ಕಳಿಸಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪುನಃ ಮೆಮೊರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಮೆಮೊರಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. So this concept, so all general computers are using this SISD concept, single instruction, single data concept. The main drawback of this concept here is instruction overlapping. If more than one instructions to be taken at a time, that cannot be possible. That is overlapped one by one. So to overcome that, we have to do a pipelining operation. One instruction to be executed at the time and other should be in a resume mode. After that, we have to one should be in a paused mode and other one is a running mode. So then we have to do it. So next type of classification here is a single instruction, multiple data. So one instruction, multiple data. So it means it is a multi-processor machine anta ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು. So here system is a multi-processor machine capable of executing the same instruction on all the CPUs but operating on different data streams. So this is a generic type of system where the instructions are same but the values to that instructions will be different, or a data to that instructions will be different. So here the systems are multiprocessor machine capable of executing the same instruction on all the CPUs but operating on different data streams. So it represents an organization that includes many processing units under the supervision of common control unit. So there will be a common control unit. Under that there will be a many processors will be available that will be supervised by this control unit. Similarly, the shared memory unit must contain multiple modules so that it can communicate with all the processors simultaneously. If you use a single memory, we have to wait for one instruction to be executed and we have to take the another for the next time. That should not happen in a multiprocessor. So at the same time it has to process more than one concept or a data, means we have to give a content simultaneously. So for that purpose, in a single memory there will be a different modules. Those modules will always interact with the different processors simultaneously. So machines based on this model are well suited to scientific computing since they involve lots of vector and matrix operations. So scientific computing ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು SIMD ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. So you can see this, the concepts in a diagram. So there is a memory here. These memories unit is contains a different modules in that memory modules. So because it contains a different processors. So as we said, this is a multiprocessor system. It contains multiple processors. So in those multiple processors, the same instructions will be executed on the different data. So these processors are controlled by a single control unit. So this forms a network. So because multiple processors, multiple operations are to be done at the same time. So the examples for such type of concepts or a classification here is a thinking machines CM2, MAS per MP1, MP2, ILIVAC, ILIAC 4. Similarly, the vector pipelining concepts contains the systems called IBM 9000, Cray XMP, OMP and C90 series, Fujitsu VP, then NEC SX2, Hitachi S820 and ETA10. These are the machines that have a multiple processors that takes single instructions with multiple data operations. So next type of classification here is a multiple instructions and a single data stream. Instructions are multiple but data is single. So MISD computers are having multiple instructions stream to execute on a single data stream. So here multiple processing units operate on a single data stream. Each processing unit operates on the data independently via separate instruction stream. The output of one processor becomes the input of the next processor. So MISD structure is only a theoretical concept. It does not have any practical implementation because multiple instructions are not required on a single data. So for that purpose, this concept still is in a theoretical way. So you can see here multiple processors that can be controlled by a multiple control units. This takes the values from the different memories. So there is a memory here. So the output of one processor will be the input to the next processor. Like that it will form a chain. So ಈ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಇದು chain ಅನ್ನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. So it contains the multiple instructions on a single data. So machines built using MISD model are not useful in most of the application. A few machines are built, but none of them are available commercially. So these type of application oriented systems are not at all present in the market. So example for such system is the experimental Carnegie Mellon CMMP computer. So that is done in the 1971, but still that is not in the commercially available. So last type of classification is here is a multiple instruction stream, then multiple data stream, MIMD. So multiple instruction, multiple data in the sense this is also a multiprocessor machine. It contains more than one processor which is capable of executing multiple instructions on multiple data sets. So here all the processors in a parallel computer can execute different instructions and operate on various data at the same time. So on that time ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸಿಕ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಮೇಲೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಗಿವ್ಸ್ ಯು ಎ parallel processing. So each processing elements in the MIMD model has separate instruction and data stream. Therefore, machines built using this model are capable to any kind of applications. Since multiple operations can be done at a single time, so this model is very useful in all type of applications. So unlike SIMD and MISD machines, PEs in MIMD machines work asynchronously. So there is no synchronization between the instruction and the data. So that's why MIMD concept works in a asynchronous manner. You can see here there is a separate processor for each execution each instructions on a different data. So multiple instructions to be executed on multiple data that form a interconnected network. That's interconnected network helps you to work with the different instructions on a different data. So examples of such systems are Cray T90, Cray T3E, IBM SP2. So now let's see the multiple choice questions based on the concept or a session we have discussed till now. First question here is, who proposed a classification for the organization of computer system by the number of instructions and data items? See the options. A is von Neumann concept, B De Morgan's concept, C M.J. Flynn, D none of the above. So think what is the answer for this. So von Neumann concept Allah, because he proposed a other concept, that is stored program concept. So De Morgan's is also not an answer for this. None of the above is not an answer for this. So M.J. Flynn is a scientist, Michael J. Flynn, in 1966. He proposed a new system or a classification of a computers based upon the instructions and data items. Second question. M.J. Flynn proposed a classification for the organization of computer system by the number of dash and dash items that are manipulated simultaneously. So M.J. Flynn a classification ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಎ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೇಟಾ, ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್, ಸಿ ಇಸ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಇಸ್ ನನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಎಬವ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ M.J. Flynn classification of computers ಅಥವಾ computer architecture na form ಮಾಡ್ದ? So based upon the instructions and data. So how the processor has to work with the instructions and data. So A is the answer for this. Next question. So Flynn's classification of computer helps to achieve dash. So options nodi, A is serialization, B is parallel processing, C is synchronization and D is all the above. So Flynn's classification ಏನು ಅಚೀವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? It will achieve serialization, it achieves parallel processing, it achieves synchronization. So the answer for this question here is a D. So next question. According to Flynn's, the computing systems are classified into dash major categories. So Flynn's ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ನ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಎ ಇಸ್ 1, ಬಿ ಇಸ್ 2, ಸಿ ಇಸ್ 4 ಅಂಡ್ ಡಿ ಇಸ್ 3. ಸೊ ಥಿಂಕ್. ಸೊ Flynn's proposed a 4 major categories. So option here is C, that is SISD, SIMD, MISD and MIMD. So these are the 4 classifications that is done by a Flynn's. So next question. Which of the following is not Flynn's classification of computer system? So ಯಾವುದು ಅಲ್ಲ Flynn's classification ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯಾವುದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? A is SISD, B is SIMD and C is MISD and D is MDMD. So this is single instruction single data, single instruction multiple data, multiple instruction multiple data, and this is don't know. So D is not a Flynn's classification of computing system. Next question. A dash machine which is capable of executing a single instruction operating on a single data stream. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ನೋಡಿ, a dash machine which is capable of executing a single instruction operating on a single data. So single instruction single data. So options ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬನ್ನಿ, A is SISD, B is SIMD, C is MISD and D is MIMD. So single instruction, single data, in the sense, so SISD is a machine. So A is the machine. It is a uniprocessor machine that works on a single instruction of single data. So next question. A dash system is a multiprocessor machine capable of executing the same instruction on all the CPUs but operating on different data stream. So dash system is a multiprocessor machine that executing the same instruction, means single instruction on a multiple data. So options nodi, A is SISD, B is SIMD, C is MISD, and D is MIMD. So single instruction, multiple data antakshana. So you can say single instruction, multiple data, SIMD. B is the answer for this. So next question, which machines are suited to scientific computing since they involve lots of vector and matrix operations? So ಯಾವ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಗಳು ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗಿಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗಳು ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ SISD, SIMD, MISD and MIMD. ಸೊ ಸೈಂಟಿಫಿಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಬಟ್ ಡೇಟಾಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೊ ಬಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಇನ್ ವೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ಸ್. So next question, dash computers have multiple instruction stream to execute on single data. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ಗಳು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಡೇಟಾ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, A SISD, B SIMD, C MISD and D is MIMD. So multiple instructions, so MI, single data SD. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಾಯ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಏನೇನಿದೆ, SISD, SIMD, MISD, MIMD. So multiple instruction, single data. So C is the correct choice. So next question, dash machine which is capable of executing multiple instructions on multiple data. So multiple instructions, multiple data ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋ machines ಯಾವುದು? A is SISD, B is SIMD, C is MISD, then D is MIMD. So multiple instruction, multiple data. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ MIMD, that is multiple instruction, multiple data. So D is the answer for this. So these are the key answers, that is for those assessment questions we have discussed. You can cross check the answer for those. So finally we have to see the summary of the session 3 we have discussed till now. We have discussed the concept of Flynn's taxonomy, what exactly the Flynn's is going to explain to the users of a computing system. He proposed an architecture system that will explain how the instructions and are data to be executed in a single processor or a multiple processor, in both of the way. So how to achieve a serialization, how to achieve a synchronization, how to achieve a parallel concept, parallel processing concepts. Those three concepts will be explained by a MJ Flynn. So then we have seen the Flynn's classification of computers. So he classified the computers based upon the instructions and data executed. So ಎಷ್ಟು instructions, number of instructions and number of data that are executed in a computing system. Based upon that, Flynn's classified 4 major categories, that is SISD, single instruction single data, SIMD, single instruction multiple data, MISD, multiple instruction on single data, then MIMD, multiple instructions on multiple data. So like way he classified 4 different categories. So these 4 categories are very much helpful for designing a new type of processors in a recent technologies. So this Flynn's classification acts as a tool for variations of processors that are present in the market. Thank you all.